now, right now, right now. CVP on Gladiator. I'm starting to like this map, Gladiator. Because even if you take a close tier, it's not really that hard to defend a forest expansion if you take the mineral only. So do you have multiple options without the need of taking a far tier and just playing turtle, max sunken lurkers, but a more aggressive play and also an optimistic forest expansion. So for my CVP style, this is a good map. I mean, I don't have a CVP style because I consider myself good enough to perform multiple styles. I don't have a problem, but at least my favor. This is a bit more aggressive. But I can play turtle style. It's actually easier for me to play that style. But it's just a bit, at the same time, it's a bit boring. It's like I'm not enjoying the process. That was the latest scout, so maybe it's 2 games, maybe it's Forge. Yeah, it's one base.
Our forces are under attack.
It's not only one base, but it's also 2 guys present. It's not a big deal. I'm in a leading position. It's good. Hi, Rock.
Hello, boys and girls. Nice to see you again. We are here on the third part of BSL RaceWars. The last one. The first one was the Protoss host day. The second one was Zerg host day, and today we are having Terran host day. Today in lineups we will have, as a Protoss team, we will have DeWalt, Lancer X, Dragon, and a Beast. From a Zerg team, Aeon let the other players play. So it will be Bakuryu, Gornish, Avilov, and Nagrim. And from Terran team, we will have Kryok, Terror, Dandy, and Marvin. And we have two small changes of the map. The first 9 maps will be the same as last week, and we will add Clayfields, the map made by Jukado, and Teru, and the map made by Crystal Drag. So the Teru map, Mr. Foxhan sent it to me, that Crystal Drag posted it on Team Liquid, and also Jukado also asked me to test his map. So if it come to that, we will test this map. So it will be like small, like not commercials of this map, but making this map more popular. I have some health issue today, so if I will die on a stream, please take care of Karolcha. Hello everyone. Let me see who is here. Mr. Flamble TV, Hirmu, Avilov, Foxhan, Cadenzi, Bakuryu, Lemony Lime, and Avantgarde. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying, for chatting. And we will start in few seconds. I shaved my beard today, because today at work I had like 3 days of my, and I'm always shaving for a stream and not shaving for work, so so yeah, this is what I care. Thanks to that you can see what I care more. But if I die today now, please someone do the next games after I'm dead. So yeah, we will have Mustache Zerg, Bakuryu fighting, and yeah, Cadenzi is right, there should be the music, and the final countdown by Europe would be a great music. And so hello guys, hi Pooh, hello Kaspas, our biggest donator of BSL. Thank you for supporting Brood War, that means a lot for us. Young and beautiful, hello Catspaw, hello Clover Muffins. Nice to see you guys here, and we will start soon. The first match will be Terran versus Protoss, and the first Protoss player. I know who will be the next Protoss player, but I don't know who will be the first Terran player. So I will wait with announcing because it will be more just to say it on 1 second on the like. I'm pretty happy we have such a strong lineup because last week, if you remember correctly, Mr. Eonzek won the whole thing. I mean, it was the one-player show. He won 8 matches and he won against everyone. So I would say it was beautiful, but not for the other races. So, the first match will be Deworld versus Terror on Circuit Breaker. Whoa, the StarCraft is so loud! Will it work on 16 or maybe I should work 14? Maybe I will make 14. Hello Wima! Hello Angry Pov, hello Vilchi, hello everyone, nice to have you here. And yeah, Aeon is not playing, but he said that he don't know if there will be Gornish today. But yeah, it is very good mana out of, I mean, it is pretty good, like, a way to think about it. You want to let other players play from your sleeve, especially if you've shown that you can beat everyone. So if there will be a problem, I will come and I will fight. But yeah, it's pretty funny. So I think we can start with the game between Deworld and Terror. This will be the game number 1 between our players, and we can start now. Of course, it will be Deworld versus, and score it is, I would call it Terran versus Protoss, and maybe it will be better this way. I hope you can hear the Brood War. So, as a first match today, we are having very interesting matchup between the great Terran from Peru, spawn as orange Terran in the bottom left position. This is Terror. And the great Protoss from Russia, directly from Russia. I think it might be a little bit too high. The great Protoss from Russia spawning on the top left position. This is Deworld. And as you probably know, these are extremely high level players. Especially if you've been watching Have At You on Sunday, Terror beat Larva, and he beat Larva's Protoss and he beat Larva's Zerg. So it was impressive, and I believe every one of you can say that it was impressive. And Deworld is starting from the gateway. I will just, this is the Zek team. I should put it into Mubot. Maybe I will do it after this game. Maybe if Mr. Foxhan or Hatchet is here, they could add it to the Mubot. Just to let you see the lineups for today. So Terror is starting very conventionally with the gas first. He's not going for fast expansion. The same with Dewold, so we are saying pretty old school tactics from both of these guys. They don't want to do anything sneaky, they don't want to do anything weird, and this is very interesting because these days we are seeing very... Oh! What? Huh. So this is like a very angry Marine. This is Terror's Marine. Hello Plague, hello Mr. Flamble and everyone. Nice to have you here. This is our first game. Winner of this match will play against Zerg player, the player who is representing Zerg team. And as we can see, Dewold is mining gas only with 2 probes, so it might indicate that he will go for the fast Nexus, especially that we are seeing that he has almost 400 minerals already. I'm wondering if he stopped production of the goons for that purpose. But look at Terror, he's adjusting to this strategy. He's seen that this is fast Nexus. He saw that the Dewold is mining gas only with 2 probes, and thanks to that, he's going for double factory, and it might end very badly for Mr. Terror, for Mr. Dewold. As you can see, the second STV is coming to the direction to scout Dewold main base, but Dewold sees it with the Dragoon. I'm wondering if he will have enough Dragoons just to prevent this pressure from Terror. It will be very, very dangerous. Of course, Dewold will use the range of the Dragoons. The range is not done, but still, I believe Dragoon can abuse small range of the rings. But I don't think Dewold was able to see double gateways, double factories. I really like this SCV because this will allow Terror to scout if there is some sneaky fast Dark Templar or something. Dewold with excellent micro, he was able to take 1 Marine out. This is something for a beginning, but he needs to do much more with that. And this Dragoon, if it would be perfect, if it would be perfect, this Dragoon would cancel this scouting, and Dewold did it. Of course, this STV is bringing this Dragoon way far away from the natural expansion. Now Dewold will be in huge problems because 3 tanks is definitely enough, and now he realized, oh my god, this is not 1 fact, this is 2 facts, and I need to be careful, I need to do something, and maybe he will add 2 more gateways. He's not having money for that, and the position for Terror will be excellent because I believe siege mode will be done in a few seconds. Dewold will have 5 Dragoons against 3 siege tanks. Of course, the siege tanks are not in siege mode yet, so now Dewold could do something, but overall, maybe Dewold will be able to defend it. He's going for the tanks already. Terror with excellent micro, but maybe not so excellent, and Dewold was able to snipe 2 tanks, very nicely done, and he's microing like a Bisu right now. And maybe the shield battery will allow him to save the Dragoon. Look at that, he's using the shield battery to defend, and it's working perfectly. This SCV was trying to scout, and it looks like Dewold holds it. Dewold is so good. Dewold is a hero. Maybe he wants to do the same as Aeon. Maybe he wants to win the whole thing today. Oh, and Dewold is going for that with this Dragoon, but he wasn't able to do any mine with him. Mine, I mean. And there is 1 more mine. And he needs to be careful. Thank you, Mr. Foxan, for doing the command. So you can see the lineups by typing lineup. With the explanation mark. at the beginning, of course. And I think the situation of Dewold now is perfect. Of course, Terror is going for the fast expansion, but he stopped the CV production for longer than few seconds, so his SCV count is very, very low, and he didn't dealt enough of damage to Dewold, so Dewold is able to use the minerals from both expansions very easily, and in the same time Terror didn't have this expansion, so he now just starting to build it. He's sending like 8 SCVs, and he's having like only 8 and 9 SCVs in both expansions. As you can see, they will have at least 12 in each expansion, so this is a huge advantage for our Russian Protoss. The missile turrets just in case of some kind of Dark Templar, but Dewold is going very, very quickly for Arbiter. Yeah, this is first game. And hello 100 viewers, nice to have you so quickly here. This is just game number 1, so we are just on time, and Dewold defended the double factory push from Terror, so now he is having pretty good advantage. He was using the shield battery perfectly, and thanks to that he was able to save this Dragoon. This is the Dragoon he saved, and now he even sniped 2 Vultures. And Karolcha is now dancing for me, so I can't focus on this target. Yeah, Karolcha is saying that you don't see that I'm streaming without pants. Sorry, I'm streaming with very, very funny pants, not without pants. But you don't know. You will never know. So, this is the internet problems. These are the internet problems. Look at the timing of this Arbiter. Of course, Terror scouted it, and now he's like, oh my god, I just started to add more factories. I'm thinking about taking third expansion, and he's making Arbiter? This is weird. I mean, this is weird for me because I'm having 3 siege tanks overall, and I'm not laughing. He's having 3 siege tanks and 2 marines. This is the whole army. Now 5 siege tanks, the whole army of our Peruvian Terran, and Dewold is having like 20 Dragoons and pretty good economy. He's mining for me from mineral only, and taking mineral only when they are in these positions is very, very safe, because it will be very hard to make a push over here, and he enables himself to make the 12 o'clock expansion. Yeah, Dewold is way ahead. Dewold is way ahead. Look at the supply difference, and now Terror needs to focus on defending, and he understands that. 1 cannon just in case, and first Arbiter just came out, so he's gathering energy. Dewold is not having gas for second Arbiter yet, but I believe he's like waiting with a gas for another Arbiter. Let's see. Now he's having minerals and gas for that, and now he's adding the next one. Look at this Dragoon. This is the hero Dragoon. And Terror understands that he can make the 4 expansions, and he can be pretty safe. Thank you, Draza Matas, for your follow. And Terran have like this advantage that if he will make pretty good SimCity and pretty good building placement and siege mode tanks, it is almost impossible to kill a Terran. But Dewold is aware of that. Look at that. There are no tanks here, and Dewold is already there with the units. Of course, Terror with excellent scan timing, but I don't think he will go for defending this location. He knows that he's way far away. I mean, way far away. He's way behind, and it will be not smart to lose everything. just to have this expansion. He's like playing 3 expansions against 3 expansions. Of course, he is behind on tech, so he should be afraid of some timing attack from Dewold. When Dewold will have like 2 arbiters, he should have like energy for maybe 2 recalls, and it will be the crucial attack. This is what Devils can do almost the best. Hello Gecko! Hello Go Gecko, the master of Brood War Clan League. The Brood War Clan League Sunday, 7 PM if I'm correct, on Vincent's stream. Go and watch that. The most established Brood War tournament. I've been playing Brood War Clan League from 2005 to 2009, 2010, and now it's still on. So I'm very happy to have it still going on. And Dewold is mining from this base. He's having cannons just in case of some vultures run by, and there are vultures there, so it is very smart. But look at the supplies. This is 60 supply difference, and of course these are only dragoons and marines, but there will be 3 recalls available in few seconds. And now it looks like maybe Dewold will decide to go for it, but the position of Terror is pretty good. But look at that, there are 3 tanks to be status, and there are 3 tanks to have it to like enable status. Dewold didn't wait for second recall over here, and three tanks are being status. There are not enough vultures to kill the tanks, so Dewold felt the timing of all course. These tanks are dealing so much damage, but look how many units, how many Protoss units there are, and it feels like Dewold is able to win the whole game just with one big attack, one good big timing attack out of our Russian hero. And +1 into +1 upgrades. Maybe Terror will be able to hold it over here, I don't know, but Dewold is having so much production possibilities. Look how many gateways he have. He's still adding. Whoa, drag mines, and now the tanks are gone. So he was waiting to kill these 3 siege tanks, and he should be able to clear them. And it is very hard to rebuild the tanks for a Terran player. He's having just 2 factories with the machine shops, so overall Terror is left with only 3 siege tanks, and Dewold is making his 5th expansion over here. So he's like having all the map as he needs. Hello Serio City, thank you for 100 cheers. And this is in Poland, this flower is for luck. I don't know how it calls in English language. So the Zealots are dealing so much damage to the tanks because there is not enough vultures to counter them. And look how many Zealots are coming right now. Dewold is demolishing the Terror defense, and it looks like it is the end of the game. Terror taps out, and GG 1-0 for Protoss team. Nicely done. Nicely done. Extremely nicely done by Dewold, especially that hold, especially that defense out of our Protoss player. It was incredible. And now we will have the Zerg team will give us Bakaryu, so we will have Dewold versus Bakaryu. As you can see, the map will be Jade, so we are going directly to the game number 2. There is no time to waste. You are here not to watch my mouth, but here to watch the Brood War, the hardest game in the world, and I'm here to provide you with some Brood War, so let's do that. Let's do the Reno, the Brood War Reno, show a Reno, because that's why we are here, Reno. Yeah. I should write poems about Brood War. Of course, Dewold is pretty nervous about last game. He needs to go to the toilet. but he's also a human, so if you will watch the pyramid of like needs of people, this is I believe by Solov. The physiological needs are the first, so but is playing Brood War the physiological need? I think you need to go to the toilet before you will play Brood War. So this is like toilets, like physiological needs, Brood War, then eating, then some maybe like being good at work and having like family and stuff, and of course Brood War is before that. So I'm pretty proud of myself that that I'm so stupid. I'm very happy to have you here, boys. Of course, we will have Bakuryu versus Dewold, as you can see here. I'm very happy to have it. Of course, the winner team will win $100. The Zerg team and Terran team already won it, so maybe Dewold wants to do it for the Protoss team this time. I don't know. Let's figure it out. We are going to the game number 2. This time it will be Zerg team who will try to take out our Protoss player who won against Terran. And I'm very happy to have Mr. Bakuryu here because he is a legend, I would say, especially like in like last few years of Brood War. He was very active, he was very good, he achieved a lot. He was one of the top players, top Zerg players he's out of Germany, and he's using mustache as his like recognition sign. So Bakuryu will try to take Dewold, and he's like from the team LRM. I've been in LRM for like 4 or 5 years. This is called Los Reyes del Mambos, and we won like the Brood War Clan League. These days it was a big thing because there was so many teams like Meteor Makers, Templars of Twilight, and with LRM we was able to make it. So this is so I don't know what I was saying, but this is great team. So Bakuryu spawning on the top left location as a white Zerg, directly from Germany. And Dewold as a green Protoss, directly from Russia as a green Protoss, and he's going for the gateway first, so he wants to apply some pressure, but Bakuryu very smartly responds for that. He don't know about it, but he responds blindly for that, and he's going for overpull, I would say, so he will have enough links to defend, and he needs to be careful because probes are much more like muscles heavy, and they can win with the drones. Drones are not the fighters, they are like sacrificing themselves to make buildings. So but very nice trick out of Bakuryu. He was able to sneak one drone without giving vision for Mr. Dewold. And Bakuryu, of course, is very high skill Zerg player, so I'm wondering what he will show because we don't see him very often these days, and I really like this guy, so I wish him all the success. Of course, he will have the hardest job in the world because he needs to face the king of the Protoss, king of Ayur, the master of Ayur, Dewold. So now he's running with the links, and I don't think he will be able to do a lot. Maybe he will try to run by, but besides that, I don't think it will be possible to do anything more. There are two zealots, and I think Dewold will make forge over here, so he will like try to maybe try to secure this ramp. Oh, but very smartly, Bakuryu is trying to apply some pressure. And I don't think it's good to fight with 3 links against 1 zealot. Of course you can win with 3 links against 1 zealot, but after killing two links, Devolt would turn around with his zealot and he would save him, and 2 links would be gone forever. Now Baku is starting mining gas. I believe it's not very early, but pretty good timing of mining gas. So he will try to go for the strategy with Lair and Scourges to prevent Corsairs from killing Overlords. So there are 2 ways to go as Azek. You can try to delay mining of a gas, make 5 hatcheries and try to defend against Corsair with Hydralisks, or go with a fast Lair to the Spire to make 5 hatcheries and some Sunkens and good Sim City, and try to like make enough Scourges to deal with the Protoss tech. So this is lineup. Mr. Maramish. Hello Ending Life. Hello Favorite. Hello Go boys and girls who I didn't say hello yet. If you will use chat, I will say hello to you. And First Blood. First Blood. Bakaru is having... How many links does he have? 10 links against 5 zealots is definitely not enough, and he needs to be careful. Of course he scouted that Devolt is out of his base, but he needs to be careful and he needs to add some more links, maybe try to delay it, because if now he added some links, so maybe he will have just enough, but he needs to be careful. He can't fight before he will have enough links, and now he's taking a lot of damage. And I don't think this attack will work for him perfectly. Maybe it will, I don't know. There is speed for the links, so maybe it will be just fine for Mr. Bakuryu. More links are coming, so he might be able to defend it, but there are still some zealots, and Bakuryu is having enough of links. But look how many links he have left. 12 more links. Of course the Spire is on the way, the Corsair is also on the way, so it is pretty nice hold out of our Monster Zerg. So, look how small the number of ground units from Devolt is, only 2 zealots overall. So these 12 links should give a lot of time to Mr. Bakuryu. 5th hatchery is on the way, he's having 7 drones here, 7 drones here, 9 drones here, so pretty fine saturation. The Spire is just up. Look how much money does Bakuryu have. Oh my god, he spent all the gas. Maybe he's making Mutalisks. If he's going for Mutalisks, it can be pretty dangerous for Mr. Devolt. I really like the idea of making 5 Mutalisks. I'm using the version that Mr. Fox has sent it to me, so... Now 5 Mutalisks. 5 Mutalisks is the crucial number, because you need to have 5 Mutalisks to snipe the probes, and Devolt is not aware of that. He don't know what is coming. Maybe now he sees it with the probes, but he will be able to snipe 2 probes, 3 probes. Very nicely done by Mr. Bakuryu. 3 probes, 4 probes died, so it is already worth it, I believe. And it feels like he have enough to push the Corsairs away. And look how much mining time and look how much mining time does it cost of Bakuryu. I will say it to you in last second. I'm using the 1.1 version. So, I mean, I have the one. Oh, there is Dark Templar, but excellent reaction but with Bakuryu. But he don't have a Sunken here, so Dark Templar is killing the drone with one shot. So many drones, and I don't think it is very smart to fight against it. It would be much better to escape out of this Dark Templar, and now Bakuryu can mind very nicely, but Dewold responded very quickly. 5 drone kills and a lot of mining times also was delayed, so it was very quick response from our Protoss player. And as we can see, Bakuryu is having pretty good economy. He's having a lot of hatcheries, 6 hatcheries, so his macro possibilities are pretty good, but overall I don't see a lot of ground units from here. He's making something with these 2 hatcheries. And in the same time, when Dewold is moving out with the Archon, with the Zealots, with the 5 Corsairs with +1 upgrade, when the Scourges are not threatening, Dewold is going for expansion. One Link will scout it very quickly, so very nice scouting timing, I would say. There are 2 Sunkens here, so I believe Bakuryu should be pretty safe. I don't know, the Mutalisks are fighting the Corsairs, the Hydralisks are on the front. Of course, the Sunkens should target fire the Archons, and there are, but there are a lot of Zealots, and I don't think there is enough of Zerg units when I'm looking at that. The Hydralisks are target firing the hatchery, so this is pretty big mistake out of our Master Zerg. And Dewold with excellent timing attack. Maybe Bakuryu will be able to hold it, but so many drones died. There are no drones in the main base, and all the drones from the natural expansions are falling, so this was very good attack out of our Protoss player. And look how many supplies Bakuryu have. This is the only living overload on this planet, the planet Jade. Of course, Bakuryu holded it, so maybe if he would go with attack right now, he might be able to like cancel this expansion. I don't know about it, but he needs to use this Hydralisks to like cover the overloads from dying. So of course the Scourges now 6, of course Corsairs now 6 Corsairs can punish the overloads very quickly, and again Corsairs is like abusing the fact that there are no Hydralisks here, and it is terrible situation for our Zerg player. He's microing very nicely with the Hydralisks, but the number of Protoss is just overwhelming. Very good storm just to catch escaping Hydralisk, just to damage them, and of course Bakuryu made so many overloads that he is not supply blocked. But there are 6 +1 Corsairs. The Scourges are not scary to that, and 5 overloads here will die very easily. This is huge win for Mr. Dewold. There was some Scourges, but I don't think it was enough. The Hydralisks now are coming back, and overall I think Bakuryu will hold it, but there are some High Templars coming, and this only 3 Hydralisks in the natural expansion. This base is very nicely defended, but I think this base might be 1 second from being dead. Unfortunately for our German Zerg, Dewold is playing this game perfectly. Look at the storm! I also saved the Corsairs from Scourges. The overloads are still dying. So many died overload. Look, 10 kills on one of these Corsairs, none on the second. Each Corsair have so many kills. GG. Bakuryu is tapping out. It was very nice beginning of the game. I really like the Mutalisks idea. I really like the idea of making some harassment, but he wasn't able to make it. Dewold is just too strong. And Dewold again with the win. And let's see who will be our Terran team representative on Gladiator. Let me just update the score on our score program. Let's call it this way. And we will have from our Terran team from our Terran team. Let me just... There is no Bakaru left, there is no Terror left. So the players who are left for the Zerg team is Gornish, Avilov and Nagrim. And the players who are left for Terran team is Kryok, Dandy and Marvin. And who will be the choice of Mr. Kryok, who is the captain of the Terran team? Who will be the player of choice? No problem, Baku. It was a good it was a good opening. Okay. It was a good opening. The Dark Templar dealt some damage, and with this Dark Templar I think Dewold was able to get back to this game, and it was pretty close, but you've been playing against the one Protoss who is in BSL Pro League finals. You have been playing, this is the only representative of Ayur, and he also is in the semi-finals because he won against Nagrim after excellent games, 3-2. So losing against Dewold is not a shame. So don't worry. Yeah. And I have my water here. And I'm not dead yet. And this is the last RaceWars, because the first RaceWars was Protoss host, the second RaceWars was Zerg host, and third RaceWars was Terran host. Thanks to you, we gathered $300 for the prize pools, and the Terran team and Zerg team already won $100 each, and now Dewold is trying to fight for the Protoss team to win, to make this match even. And we are going to the Gamerino number 3 Perino on Gladiator, and it will be between Dewold and Kryok. So I think Kryok wants to revenge his friend from Germany and wants to show that you can't beat my friend, my Zerg friend. I will show you what the Terran power means. And now he needs to abuse his color, he needs to abuse the orange Terran color. Look how smartly he's mining minerals. He's target firing the minerals. And I have huge respect to Kryok. He was able to increase his skill level these last days. And I have a feeling that he's getting better and better with every day. So, and you can see it by playing with him. You can see that Mr. Kryok is improving. Yeah, maybe someday if we will gather like $300 more, we would make it. I will talk to the players if they would like to play, even if we wouldn't have like established prize pool. If we would play for like donation prize pool, maybe it would be interesting for the players. If it will be the case, we will tune back next weeks. I need to talk to the players, to the captains. And Kryok is on the top right position and Dewold is on the top left position. Both players are going with relatively normal opening, no fast expansion, no fast command center. And last time Dewold played the same strategy against Terror and Circuit Breaker. He made one Dragoon and fast expansion after that. Mr. Frumble TV just activated the subscription. Hello my friend, welcome to the BSL team. You are my 11th subscriber. Thank you, welcome to the family, bombastic family. I'm very happy that you are here. I'm very grateful for your subscription. It's like giving me motivation to keep going. If I see that there is a lot of people like writing on the chat, watching, subscribing, and stuff, that you are liking what we are doing here. Of course, I'm not the only one who is behind BSL. There are like two great supporters called Hatchet and Foxhunt, so huge hype for them too. So yeah, I wouldn't like be able to do it on that level, because I think it's getting better and better without them. So huge thanks to these guys. And as you can see, Dewold is going for the same strategy. No, he's mining gas with 3 probes right now. I thought he was mining with the 2, but it was only for a second just to build a pylon. And Cryok is going with the same strategy what Terror is doing. So maybe he thought it was good idea. It was good idea. But maybe execution was wrong. Maybe this is what Cryok was thinking. I really like the idea of scouting, and he was able to scout that there is the range for the Dragoon spinning, so it will give him some informations. He also saw that there is only one gateway, so maybe he's thinking, okay, my double fact idea is very good. Ultra, yeah, this is very nice idea. I was thinking about making random versus random tournament, but making the like second race tournament. Oh, hello, my Baron. Thank you for your follow. Dewold was able to defend it against Terror. Will he be able to defend it against Cryok? Maybe there are some differences in their openings. But overall, Dewold will have 4 Dragoons, and there are some high grounds you can use in this map. So it's getting more interesting. There will be 6 Marines, 3 tanks, and probably 2 Vultures in a second. And now Cryok is going for it. Of course, Dewold is sniping the siege tank very quickly, very nicely done by him, and he is sniping the second siege tank. But Cryok with excellent micro, but he is sniping the first siege tank. He don't care about Marines. Oh my god! And now all the siege tanks are gone. This is Dewold. He is on fire today. But I think that Dewold's pretty safe right now. Of course, Cryok would like to go for it, and he is like going with a huge aggression. The Marines are dealing so much damage to the tanks. The probes are fighting, to the Dragoons, excuse me. The probes are fighting, but there are no Dragoons left. Oh, look at that pylon in the last possible position. This is how you do it. This is how you defend. But so many probes died. I don't know if... I think Cryok is having the surface for the expansion. The tanks are coming, and if he will siege mode the tanks over here, he would be in pretty good position. Of course, the Dark Templars will be here in few seconds, and this is why Dewold didn't have enough of Dragoons, because he was making the Dark Templars, and Dark Templars might be a pretty good idea to defend it. Oh, there is no siege mode yet, and if he will siege mode over here... Oh, there is nothing. But the Vultures will be able to kill more and more probes. Cryok is not stopping the aggression, he's going for it. Shine Neon, thank you for your follow, and the hero Dark Templar who killed 2 tanks now is gone, and I think overall it was pretty good for Mr. Cryok. Of course, he's not having his expansion, Mr. Fidel, from 2 years before the war. Hello. But overall, I think the number of SCVs of Cryok is not very high. He needed to cut a lot of his CV to make this push. Maybe that's why he was having so many Marines. And now Dark Templar is going with this direction and there is nothing to defend it. Dewold felt a moment and I think that... Oh, but he needs to be careful right now. And now he would be able to kill all of this unit with 4 mines blowing. Wow, it would be bombastic. Let's do it. The battery is here. Dewold likes his battery. He's going for the Stargate, so he's not giving up. Still, slowly but surely he's going for Arbiter. Cryok is making another expansion. I really like this idea. He knows that it will be very hard for Dewold to do anything. There are mines to defend against Dark Templar, so he can make this command center and make a CV production very, like, much more stable, I would call it. Much more consistent. The number of props from Dewold is getting higher. He is making the Arbiter Tribunal. So I don't know why Arbiters are so strong, but these days Protoss are going very, very quickly for them. And how many props did Cryok killed? Like 9? When Dewold had overall maybe 25, so it was huge victory. And I think the position of Cryok is much better than Terror. Terror almost lost the game after losing the push. And look at, do you remember the moment when Dewold killed 3 tanks? It was impressive. Brood were fantastic, that's true. Hello, welcome for the follow. Welcome for the follow. Welcome for the follow. Let's welcome Marino. And Arbiter is on the way. The +1 upgrade is on the way. Cryok's +1 upgrade is also just started. The Observer will scout. Oh, there are only 2 factories. Why there are only 2 factories? Dewold is thinking. There needs to be something sneaky. And now he's going to check what is going on. Why he's having only 2 factories? Oh, that's why he invested 600 minerals for this base. That's why he's not having 3 more factories. Wow. And now Dewold feels like, oh, maybe I will not die very quickly, but maybe I will also have a very hard time to play a longer game against him. So I should make 1 expansion and maybe another after that. I don't know. But he also should be careful about... Oh! Not very good, but not so bad overall. The Dark Templars are killing the tanks. There is no scan ready. And now the scan will be ready in a few seconds, so Cryok knows about it. But the Dark Templar is making incredible value. He's doing so much damage to these tanks, but also the Dragons are dying. And the scan will be ready in a few seconds, but the tanks are dying also. He decreases the number of tanks very nicely, and at the same time Dewold is going for the frontal attack. Oh my god, this is excellent timing. He knows what he's doing. He knows that all the tanks are here. He knows that Cryok had only 2 factories, so he didn't have so much production possibilities, and now SCVs are falling, so excellent timing attack with Dewold. I felt like he had like some bad beginning, but overall I have a feeling that he is still winning this game. Cryok is having nothing, and if he will lose this command center, it will mean that making this expansion was not worthy. And of course, Dewold is punishing this expansion. He's showing to us, you can't like underestimate me, even if you will deal me critical damage. And now he's killing all the tanks. GG from Cryok. Oh my god, this was very intense. I need to say it to you boys and girls. This was very intense because at the beginning it looked like Cryok will gain some good advantage. Of course, I need to put Mr. Cryok here. Unfortunately for our Terran team, he lost. And now we will have the Zergs. Whoa, Zergs on Sparkle. So guess what? Who will it be? I would ask Mr. Aaron because he is the captain, but why asking? Why bothering Mr. Aaron asking? Okay, so let's just like make the officials. I'm trying to translate the Polish language directly to the English language, and I know that it's not working properly every time, but let's make the officials be done. I don't know what it means in English, but so I would say Sparkle. What else can I say to you? Only Sparkle are the right words. Oh, and Mr. Framble, if you didn't know, you have this emote available. And there will be more emotes, of course, soon, at the end of this week. so yeah, you can use this emote with typing 01. And I was thinking about making a t-shirt of like and there would be a sign no one, just 0. It would be pretty funny, but because not even one, no one, but I need to like sleep few more nights and thinking about it. Okay, I'm just waiting. Mr. Aaron will give us a player on Sparkle. Avi is in love in this map. Karolja came here and asked me, what is going on with this Sparkle? This is a map, island map, and Avilov is in love in this map. This is a new map for this Korean tournament, the biggest tournament in the world. So they like chose this map, and it was like pretty weird because we didn't have the island map before. And it is very interesting, but of course Zergs are having very hard time on the island maps, and Avilov is a Zerg who loves this map, so he knows how to play there, and there are possibilities to win on this map. So that's why this is very popular map. Yeah, Karolja is asking if Aaron will give Avi on this map. Aaron asked me to wait a second with that call. So maybe they prepared some special tactics for that match. Okay, so it will be Avi because so it will be Avi. Nagrim have to work, but it still will be Avi. Even beside Nagrim will wait a second. Oh, and I have my phone. Come on, be my second caster today.
No,
Yeah.
ja rozkminiam przepis ruchu drogowego.
Jak to przetłumaczyć?
Driving rules.
She's like making the... jakie jest uzasadnienie wyroku? I will use Google Translate.
To jest wyrok.
Judge judgment.
Judge judgment.
Co? Jak to brzmi?
Justification of the judgment, excuse me.
Justification of the judgment.
So she's making the justification of the judgment for driving rules, something. Oh, I used the. You saw my Mozilla and how I'm using that, and you see my.
Google Translator.
So we are having King of Sparkle. It will be Avilov against the world. The map will be Sparkle. The game will be game number 4, and we are already in the game. Zerk Avilov directly from Denmark against the world directly from Russia, and spawning on the 6 o'clock location as a red Protoss. We are having the Woltinho. And spawning on the 9 o'clock position as a blue Zerk, we are having Avilov. What Avi can figure it out on this map? Do you remember? The last week match between Avi and Dewalt? It was very interesting. It was very close, and I think it didn't like took too much. I mean, Avi wasn't like so behind, and he was not so far away from winning this game. Whoa, we will have some special tactics from Avilov, and Dewalt is going for gateway first. He will of course scout him, and I think Avi is expecting that Dewalt will go for fast expansion, but Dewalt is not going for that, and this is so quick tech, I mean tech to the layer, that I would think that it is Estrella or some kind of map. And in a previous time, if you don't know about it, as a Zerg player we was forced to play in big tournaments on a map called Estrella or Gorky Island, and the maps was like the trash. So having the Sparkle for me is like, this is cool map. I was playing on Estrella and I was playing on Gorky Island. Hello Radley. Jae-yoon, you are saying. Yeah, it was pretty good clip. 10 drones already. 1 base from Avilov. You should not underestimate Avilov. He is Gosu. I'm saying that to you. But Dewolt is... I feel like Dewolt is doing the exact counter he needed to do against Avi. I don't know if it will be enough for our Zerg player. I mean, with the timing, the layer should be done in few seconds. I feel like maybe 10 seconds from now. And he's having 200 minerals just now, just to make the layer. So I don't know. I'm pretty scared for Avi, because as a Zerg player, I want to see what can you do in this map. And I really like that he took this expansion, because he will enable himself mining from this gas. So maybe 2 hatchery Mutalisks is not a bad idea overall, but now he will see the Corsair, and Corsair will kill the Overlords, and killing the Overlords means that Avilov will have to spend larvas on the Overlords, and it will mean that he will not be able to make more drones, and he needs to start making more Overlords just now. He needs to spend all the larvas he have on the Overlords from now on, because he will lose at least 2 Overlords, and 2 is like the minimum he will lose. I think even 3, he might lose 3. Dewolt is going for expansion in the same time, so he's not going all in for the Corsairs, and now Avi is losing the second Overlord. Now he made, I believe, 6 Scourges, and maybe I would say like 4 Mutalisks and 4 Scourges. I don't know. Dewolt didn't cut this Overlord. And now Avi is mining from 2 extractors, so it might give him opportunity to gain air control. Of course, I think he might make... Yeah, he made 6 Scourges, and now there are no cannons here, so the Scourges can catch the Corsairs pretty easily, but Dewolt is hiding the Corsairs over here. The +1 upgrade will be there in few seconds. Oh, and Avi is adding more drones. So he don't want to invest so much on the Mutalisks because he is making the Carapace upgrade. Zevox, the BSL 4 finals, day 2, which will be Aeon Zerg versus Kare and Koget versus Terror, will be Saturday 7 PM CST. So be here on Saturday, and BSL is on the way. And Avi is still making some Mutalisks. There will be like 6 Corsairs in few seconds. I don't know how many Corsairs Dewolt will want to have before he will leave his base, because it might be scary to lose. Like, if he will have one bad engagement, he will lose his fleet. Of course, it would be perfect for our friend Avilov just to fight when the Carapace will be done, because +1 for the Corsairs is done already, and of course making this spire so quickly will mean that the Carapace will be here pretty quickly, but I don't know if it will be quickly enough. If Dewolt will decide to go with like this 7 Corsairs, he will be forced to fight between the Carapace will be here, so it might be very bad for our Zerg player, and Dewolt is going to kill this Overlord probably and fly away, maybe? I know, he's going directly to fight the units from Avi, and Avi is going for it. Look how many Corsairs, Scourges are... Oh, and how many Corsairs are left? 6 Corsairs, so I don't think it will be enough. Look at the Muta count. It was close, but there was... Oh, there was Carapace. I don't know if it was like on time. And we will have 3 mutas against 4 Corsairs. 4 Corsairs, we need to remember 4 Corsairs is not enough to kill the Scourges. So maybe it was not terrible for Avi, this exchange, because now he's having his Carapace and now the Scourges can be much more cost efficient. The second Stargate from the world and robotics facility, he understands that he will not kill Avi with the Corsairs only. And Avi gets it. He knows that he have the air advantage right now, but he don't have like perfect economy. But now the fight will be probably, the world will probably wants to clear as many mutalisks as possible and try to deal as many damage as possible with the Zealots. So how it will look like, I'm very curious, because there are only 6 mutalisks and this Overlord should scout it, so at least this will be fine for Mr. Avi. And now he will be like, he should have enough of Corsairs to fight against enough Scourges to fight against these Corsairs. Now the Spore is gone and there is a lot of units out of there are a lot of Scourges out of Avi, so I think it would be very risky to go for it with this fleet of units. The fleet beacon just to add +2 weapon upgrade, and I'm sure that Avi is going for second Carapace upgrade, and if it will be here, he should be in pretty good position, because then the Corsairs will deal almost no damage to the mutas. Of course, the splash damage for the Corsairs is working very nicely. I really like the shield battery. Just in case of the Scourges, you can like recharge your units, and Devolt is taking the third expansion. This is the hardest like point of this whole strategy. If you are making the fast Mutalisk, you don't have economy to build Mutalisk out of 3 extractors. And as you can see, Avi is having 1300 gas, so it will be extremely hard for him to deal any damage. And there is a river probably here, and now Devolt is fighting here. There are so many Scourges, but there are a lot of Corsairs also, and all the Mutalisks are dying. There is only 1 Mutalisk just to counter the rivers, and I have a feeling like it might be the beginning of the end. Of course, Avi with excellent pulling timing, pulling out the drone timing, he was able to save the drones at least, but the hatchery is falling. And oh, there are so many drones over here, he needs to be careful. Oh, poor Dronerino. 10 kills on this river. And there are no Corsairs left almost, but now the drones are dying, and look. Whoa, how many drones does Avi have? This, like 3 here and 3 here. This is terrible for our Zerg player. Oh, no, excuse me, 1 here and 3 here. GG for our Zerg player, and Devolt is going for the domination of this race wars. Oh, I didn't switch the stream, but now you can see that on crossing fields we will have Dandy on Marvin, Dandy or Marvin against DeWalt. Very interesting. We saw the match on week 1, Kare versus DeWalt, and Kare was able to win against DeWalt on crossing fields, and it was very good match, back and forward, a lot of counter attacks. So I'm wondering if it is not a map who is favoritizing Terran maybe a little bit. I don't know, but Kare played it excellent, so I should give it to him. So how do you like RaceWars so far, boys and girls? I can see that you are here. And I can see that you are watching. There are a lot of emotions. Who do you expect to win? Like the whole series, because right now, as we can see, the Protoss players are having the biggest chances. Marvin will be our next player. Marverino. So Marvin versus DeWalt. This is very interesting to me. Marvin showed some excellent game against Eonzek last week. I think from the whole tournament, he was the guy who had like the biggest chances to win, especially after the beginning when he had terrible position at the beginning, and yeah. So we will have turn weight 20 BSL and Marvin. So let me just update my excellent Excel. Marvin versus DeWalt. I think I made it much more beautiful. The Excel is getting beautier and beautier. Okay, so we are going for 2 minutes break after 4 games. I think it's pretty fair. And after this break, we will go directly to the match between DeWalt and Marvin. So don't go anywhere. And I will try not to show you my no pants. So I need to turn off camera before I will stand up. It is like the biggest optimistic part, the biggest advantage of streaming, that you don't know if I'm wearing pants. So yeah, I could wear a suit without pants and you would think, oh, he's wearing a suit, and I would show you like, oh, the naked leg. Okay, I'm very stupid, so I need to have a break. Be right back in few seconds. Maybe some music? I will give you some music. Why not? So the short break is after us, and I think we can go to the game between Mr. Dewold and Mr. Marvin. Match number 5 on Crossing Field. So is Dewold ready? Dewold is ready. We are here. We are ready for the game between Dewold and Marvin. And we are going directly to the game between these two players, Dewold and Marvin. Crossing Field. Marvin was a player who was playing on Crossing Field against Aeon, and he brings us some excellent game. Let's see what he will show us against Dewold. Last time he was able to apply so much pressure against the player who won the whole King of the Hill. The Aeon won last King of the Hill. Now the Dewold is trying to do the same, and Marvin is on his way, and he is a green Terran on 9 o'clock position. And Dewold on 3 o'clock position as a blue Protoss will try to win the whole BSL RaceWars number 3. Let's see what will be the approach of the players. So far Dewold went for normal 1 gateway cybernetic core fast expansion on 2 maps against Terror and Cryog. Let's see what he will do this time, what he will do against Marvin. Supply depot and pylon, nothing weird. Hello Mr. Miguel and hello Cat, the chat users. They were very fast scouting after the pylon, so he wanted to see if Marvin is not going for fast expansion. Probably he's going for Nexus first, so he wanted to know what he's playing against. He will not take a gas because it would give opportunity for Marvin to make expansion, and defending expansion while you have Cliff, especially if you are Terran, it's much easier. So they would understand it that 100 gas 100 minerals into the gas would be a bad investment. And Marvin with the scouting just now. Yeah, I think Marvin will go for fast expansion without even scouting. Yeah, so maybe now taking the gas would, yeah, that's true. Especially with that fast expansion, is very smart out of their world. Tokia is hosting my channel with 24 viewers. Hello Tokia boys. Hello, everyone should use the frog emote, the Tokia emote. And Tokia, very nice guy out of Russia if I'm correct. And Marvin will take a gas over here. I think it will be a little bit more, it will have small delay, but it will be fine overall. So I'm pretty happy, and if you are Tokia boys, I'm very happy. And Aeon boys are here too. Thank you Aeon for your 33 viewers. Thank you boys for your hosts. I'm very happy to have you all here. And thank you for the hosts. Aeon is a guy who won last BSL King of the Hill 8-0. So yeah, it was impressive. They would be fast Zealot rush. Not maybe not a rush. Oh, someone did something. Yeah, GJ donated 20 bucks. Thank you so much, my friend, for your support, and thank you so much for your donation. That means a lot to you, to us, to me. And thanks to your money, we will be able to make StarCraft great again, because it will go to the tournaments like this, to the Race Wars. Maybe we'll think about something else, but Race Wars BSL 5 prize pool is also pretty important, I believe. And I think we have a lot of nice ideas for the future, so your money will be spent nicely. Don't worry. Thank you very much. And Marvin is mining gas. He's having so much gas. Look how big a surface he have right now. And Dewold with Citadel of Adun. So I don't know if Marvin will be ready for that. He's making Academy, but Academy have this issue that it might... the command centers, the ComSat stations might be run out of energy. So... thank you, boys, for the host, for the donations, and now we are watching the BSL Race Wars, the game number 5. Dewold won 4 games so far, and he's going for the 5th game and for the 5th win, and he's making the Dark Templars out of after the fast. Oh my god! And Marvin is going for another expansion. Whoa. The timing of this will be very nice, but the pressure from Dewold is still on, and he's killing the Marines, so maybe there will be not enough of units to defend against Dark Templars, because the Dark Templars they will be here in few seconds. Of course the tank should be able to clear these units, because the Zealots are almost dead, but will it be enough to hold against the Dark Templars? Maybe this STV will scout that there will be Dark Templars coming. I don't know, it was pretty good timing of a scouting, but it was a little bit too late, and now he will see that... Oh, very nice hold, but it was not enough. And only one factory is producing tanks, so I believe the position out of Mr. Marvin is very hard. Very nice trapping the Dragoon, so he should be able to have one tank, but one tank will not be able to kill Dark Templar very quickly, and when he will be out of the scans, he will have very hard time defending. Oh my god, the scan timing needs to be perfect, and I don't know if Marvin is aware of the Dark Templars. Now will be the shock moment, and now there we might see that... Whoa, but we are having no scan. And Dark Templar will kill the tank very quickly, and only one tank is left, but Dark Templar can win against tanks, and I think this might be terrible for Mr. Dewold. And now 2 scans, second scan, but 2 Dark Templars can easily kill the one tank, and he is out of energy now. Now he's... Oh, it was very close to kill one Dark Templar. Maybe he will kill the second Dark Templar with the STVs. He defended it with the STVs, but 2 more Dark Templars are coming. There is one more scan available, so maybe he will be able to defend it. It is incredible that mines will be here, so Marvin with, I wanted to say excellent hold. Oh, but it was a small mistake out of him, and Dewold very smartly, he splitted the Dark Templars, so he wants to abuse the fact that the ComSat station might be out of energy soon. Another Dark Templar is coming, and STVs are falling, so Dewold is applying so much pressure. Thank you, Phoenix, for your follow. And Dewold is doing incredible job. Of course, 3 ComSat stations is a lot, and now Marvin should be able to clear at least this Dark Templar. But the Vultures are not shooting. The STVs are dealing their job. He used this scan very nicely. He didn't use this one when he had it available. There are some mines, so maybe Marvin should will be able to defend it. The speed is on the way, and he needs to be careful because now he will kill the Dark Templar very quickly. But if there will be mind drag out of this Vulture, it would be very bad for Mr. Terran. And now the mines are here, but the Arbiter is on the way from Devolt. He was not wasting time, he was buying time with this Dark Templars, and now he is able to produce Arbiter very, very quickly. Of course, Marvin is having 3 expansions, but his saturation is not very great. As you can see, he's not having too many STVs. Of course, 3 command centers allows you to make pretty good number of STVs at the same moment, but I don't know if it will be enough for him, because the Arbiter will be here in few seconds. Devolt is having Observer, he is having only 4 gateways, but with that economy he will add like few more gateways very easily, and I'm afraid of Mr. Marvin. I'm a little bit afraid of him. I'm afraid about him. Of course, he will have 1 tank, so maybe if he will make pretty good Sim City, he will be able to move out when he will have 200, but Devolt will not waste any time, and I don't know. Hello, do catch. Of course, the 1 tank. Oh, will it be enough? No, 1 tank is not enough to hold against 5 Dragoons. Devolt is abusing like the damage he dealt, and he's still dealing so much damage to the STVs. Marvin with very nice run by to the main base of the Devolt. He needs to deal so much damage to that. But now he sees, oh my god, there is Arbiter already. So I'm in huge problems. I'm having a huge problems right now, and I need to do something quickly. And sniping the probes is what he needs. Very nicely done out of Marvin. He's defending here and he's killing probes. So he needs to deal he needs to kill as many probes as possible. And this Vultures definitely was worth it. I mean, it was worth it to lose this Vultures. So small victory for Mr. Marvin, but Devolt with 4 Nexuses is able to rebuild probes very quickly, and I don't think it will be very easy to leave his base for Mr. Marvin. One upgrade already. The second upgrade is up and like being researched, but the timing attack out of Devolt might be very scary. He will have energy for status just now. I wanted to say in a second, but he is having the energy for the status. So Marvin should make siege mode out of these tanks, because he might be dead in a second if he will not react. Devolt is going for it. There are 4 Zealots probably in the shuttle, and Marvin is aware of this push coming, but there are no mines in front. He needs to land with the engineering bay, I believe. Very nice drop is coming. This drop might give some opportunity to Marvin to get back to this game, but this base is not defended. Will he be able to do it? I think there was Vulture over here, and 1 tank, 2 Vultures. So he will kill some probes. He was target firing, 5 probes died immediately. So nicely done. 1 carrier! 1 carrier, and second carrier here. I was wondering, he's making second carrier. Where is the spot he can make carriers? And this was the spot, the only possible spot. But Marvin is dealing pretty nice like damage from the behind. I really like I mean, this is how you can see if player is good, if he can play from the behind, and he is doing it perfectly. I mean, as you can see, he was even target firing the probes, but the probe saturation out of Devolt bases is very, very good. So I think he's not hurting so much. And look at the supply difference. He's doubling the supply number. So even though Marvin is playing so nicely and he's like doing whatever he can, I think he lost too much at the beginning. And look at the SCV number. It is just too low. And of course he scouted the carriers, so he's making more Goliaths right now. But look at the supply difference. Dewold is like going for the throat, and if you are so behind as a Marvin and you need to make transition to your army composition to Goliaths, it's even harder for you to do anything. Oh! And the vessel is dying. At least EMP is here. Oh, and it was my question. EMP is not working for the interceptors when they are inside the carrier. And now the carriers are getting so much damage out of Goliaths. Marvin was able to kill one carrier. Nicely done. Small victories, but huge recall out of Dewold, and it looks like there is nothing to defend against this recall. Sorry, I missed that. Whoa! Of course, the tanks with very good upgrades, but poor Marvin is not having very nice defending matrix, but he's not having a break. Oh, he defended it somehow, but in the same time Dewold is going for natural expansion, so everything is working for Dewold. He is a beast today, and it looks like he is unbeatable beast. GG, nicely done, and Dewold is winning another game, and he's going to the game number 6 against some Zerg player. Marvin is unfortunately eliminated out of the Terran team. So now we will have some Zerg player playing on match point. It is impressive, and thanks to Mr. Dokia and Mr. Aeon, we are having over 200 viewers. I am very thankful for that. This is a lot of viewers for a 20-year-old game. Of course, this is the hardest game in the world, so I'm not surprised that a lot of players want to see how the best foreigner players are playing in the hardest game in the world. And now, who will be the player from Zerg sleeve? Who will be the player? I think Aeon will give me answer soon. So and I need to say to you boys, I'm done with my challenge. I had the challenge from the beginning of the year that I'm not drinking alcohol until I will like gain 1000 customers in insurance, in like healthy insurance in Poland, and I did it like last week on Thursday. So now Drunk stream is available. So I'm pretty happy about it because it was like hard working half year, and I had like a lot of job to do in my work, and in the same time I was running BSL. So if you know, I didn't have free weekend in this year yet. So after BSL will be done, I will be pretty happy to like watch some movies, because I didn't watch any TV series in this year. I didn't have time for that, so it will be very like we will end with BSL in 3 weeks, and the next match will be on Saturday, and it will be between Aeon and Kare, Aeon Zerg versus Kare best of 5, and Terror versus Koget best of 5. So is Aeon Nagrim. Nagrim will be the next player. So Nagrim versus the world, we will have the repeat after the BSL bracket. The world won against Nagrim 3-2, but Nagrim showed to us that he is excellent Zerg player, and he knows how to play, and the games was not like, it was not like cheeses or like all-in strategies. There was very good macro games out of two players, and there was incredible battles and incredible tactics in the same time. Incredible multitasking. I'm very happy that we had this series, and now we will have a small repeat after BSL round of 8. And now we are ready for the game between Nagrim and Dewold. The map will be match point, and we are in the game. Nagrim versus Dewold. Dewold is going for the all kill, and Nagrim is trying to go for the revenge. And Nagrim has a yellow Zerg. Oh, yellow, no yellow. Blue Zerg on the bottom left position on match point. And this is Nagrim. And as a purple Protoss on the top right position, we are having the player who won 5 games already. This is Dewold. Both players are in the ERK team. This is a team for Sinhan Tank Pro League, and I believe also for Brood War Clan League. So I'm very happy that we will have the match on that level, on that map, between these two players. I don't know if they were practicing a lot. I mean, between each other, because I know that they will join IRK a few weeks ago, after the red team, SK team fall apart, if I'm correctly, or I don't know what happened to SK team. If you know, you can tell me. And Nagrim is going for overpull. Dewold with fast scouting, he will see that this is overpull, he will see the overload, he will see the timing of the pull, so he will know that this is overpull, and he will allow himself to make Nexus before the cannon, of course Forge, and now Nexus, and after that the cannon probably, or maybe I'm mistaken, maybe on match point you should make cannon before the Nexus, I don't know. Normally you are able to make Nexus first. And the probe stealed 8 minerals, so this is he is a thief. He stealed 8 minerals out of Nagrim natural expansion. Nagrim didn't scout what is going on. He is probably not expecting fast gateway on this map because it is very hard to make wall in here. But he is still probably making... I wanted to say he's still probably making 4 rings, but no, Nagrim is having some huge cojones, and he added 2 more drones, so he's not so behind in economy, and these 2 rings will give attention, like give a work to do for this probe. No, he's not doing that. He's going directly for the cannon. I think the cannon should be there on time, but he needs to be careful. He don't want to lose these links, and Dewold is making gateway already. And where will he make his third expansion? Here or here? It looks like here because he already have a surface for that. And And the links, more links are here just to not enable this probe to scout, but Devil wants to have as many information as possible. He wants to see if there is some hydralis, then if there is layer on the way. I would make layer over, oh no, he wants to make layer before the probe will be here, so probe don't know what is the timing of the layer, he don't know when the layer started, and now the... Yeah, I don't know. Cybernetic core. The probe scouting, if you are new players to Brood War, you should know that scouting is most important factor in this game. Without scouting, you don't know what your opponent is doing and you are playing blindly. And if you are playing on this level, you want to adjust your strategy to each thing that your opponent is doing. You don't want to do anything blindly. That's why Protoss players are going directly to the Corsairs, because when the probe will die, when the speed will be there, it is impossible to keep your probe alive, so your Corsair is giving you more information. So and the Spire from the Nagwim will be ready. I think he will not even lose one overload, maybe one of these two, but over these two overloads, I think his main base overloads will be pretty safe. And the speed is here already, so that's why Dewold is making the Corsairs, because he don't want to have too long time without scouting. Citadel of Adun, everything according to the normal strategies, I would say. I think now 2 more hatcheries, 1 hatchery here, 1 hatchery here and here probably, so Nagrim is going for a normal opening, but with very fast Spire timing. I'm very yeah, maybe it is not very fast. Maybe it's a little bit faster than usual, but thanks to that, the Devil will kill this overload. Maybe the Scourges will be there to prevent these Corsairs from scouting. So, and will we see 5th hatchery? 6th hatchery, sorry, because he's having surface for that. But I think after being supply blocked, I don't know if there is a time for a 6th hatchery. Devil is adding 1 more gateway and a cannon, so he's respecting Mutalisks, he's respecting Scourges, and now this Scourges will try to catch this Corsair. Now he's scouted. There is 5th hatchery, there is Hydralism then, so he knows what is going on. And I don't think the Scourges will be able to do anything, because the cannon in the main base is already up and already defending the Corsairs. The Sunkens from Nagrim, just in case of some Zealots. There will be 7 Zealots, 6 Zealots pressure in a second, so this is very nice timing of the Zealots. So here we might be able to catch the Corsair, but Devil with good control. And 6 Zealots are running, but there is a Sunken, there will be some Hydralisks, so I have a feeling like Nagrim is pretty safe. But Devil is still going for it. He don't care about the Sunkens, and I think he will lose all the Zealots. But of course he will deal some damage to the Nagrim army, and he killed some Hydralisks, he delayed some mining time, he killed some drones. So overall it was not so bad. Look at that, these drones are not mining still. They would give more and more income for Nagrim, but they are still idling. And in the same time, Dewold was able to add 2 more gateways, so he's on 6 gateways right now, and he stopped his Corsair production. And now Nagrim, with an excellent scouting with the Scourges, he knows what is going for him. He knows that 6 gateways are very hard to defend, so he needs to pump as many units as possible. His macro is pretty good. I'm pretty sure that he's making one more upgrade over here. And robotics facility, he knows that there are no mutalisks, so Nagrim will have to spend his gas on something, and it will be probably lurkers. But look at the supplies. The world is having such a nice macro in this game. This zealot was preventing this drone from having expansion. The Hercules will clear him. Also small macro. Whoa! Oh! It was close. I'm wondering how it's possible that maybe the Corsair went from a different direction and he damaged the top of the Corsair, and here he was flying from the bottom. I don't know, but the other parts of the Corsairs are damaged. But so many zealots are coming. The world very smartly added 4 more High Templars, so he will have a lot of energy when he will decide to go with attack. There are 9 Heroes to defend against 10 zealots. I don't think it will be enough. The one Corsair is falling, but in the same time this expansion might be cancelled. The Heroes are surrounded, and now Nagrim, it looks like he's not having enough units to defend this base. So they will probably force a cancel. Will there be cancel? Yeah, in this last possible second, Nagrim was waiting as long as possible. Look at that, he even made some drones to transfer there, but they were with excellent cancel. Borrowed link! Oh, Nagrim, so sneaky, 2 borrowed links, and he is not enabling Dewalt to make Nexus over here. I'm wondering if Dewalt will storm that. Of course, the Observer will be here just now. So... But this is still pretty big delay. Small victory for Mr. Nagrim. Where is this Observer? There are some +1 Hydra risks. And the production of the world 8 gateways is huge, so Protoss will maybe he will try to go with one big push. And the storm. Oh, the second suicidal storm! What the fuck? This storm was... Oh, he betrayed the Ayur. And Nagrim will try to take this high ground, but I don't know if it will work for him very nicely, because Dewalt is having such a big army. He lost some Hydras over here to the Zealots. And Nagrim is coming back. There are no lurkers on the high ground. There are no lurkers at all. He was trying to build some lurkers over there, but he didn't have time for that. And Dewalt is going with huge army, a lot of High Templars, not so much energy on them. So maybe Nagrim with good micro, with good storm dodging, will be able to do it. I don't know, pretty good dodge right now. Second storm very good from Dewalt, but there are a lot of Hydra risks, and maybe Nagrim will be able to do it. A lot of Zealots are falling, and the core of the army, which are Dragoons and High Templars, are coming back, and if he will lose the High Templars, it will be huge loss for Mr. Dewalt, and Nagrim is sniping the High Templars. So excellent hold by the Zerg, I need to say. And now Dewalt is fighting from the high ground, but there are Zealots coming, and I think Nagrim should back out. I don't know how to call it. And he will lose everything. Of course, he have pretty good production possibilities, but I thought these are Zealots. So he will be able to rebuild his army pretty quickly, but still the limit advantage is on favor of Dewalt, so he should not be... he should not underestimate Dewalt when he lost a pretty big fight. There are some units coming to cancel this expansion. Nagrim is of course very low on gas, so this is the most important part of this base. So he's mining gas as quickly as possible. The link was still blocking The link was still blocking the expansion over here, but Dewold is going for another expansion. The Overload very smartly is sent there by Dewold by Nagrim, so he should be able to defend the drones. One drone died, so very nicely done by Nagrim, but he needs to be careful. He don't have a lot of gas, and Dewold army is splitted very, like, not in the beautiful fashion. But Nagrim is losing these Hydralisks. I would call for 3, but they killed 1 Dragoon. Maybe they will be able to cancel this expansion if he will make Lurker Egg over here, but he's not going for it. And there are some more Zealots coming to kill this expansion, and there is nothing from Nagrim, so Dewold with excellent multitasking. Of course, Nagrim is trying to buy some time with the Hydralisks, but the Zealots are killing the most important base, the third gas. Now Nagrim is sniping 2 High Templars, so small victory for him, but still the limit advantage is pretty huge on favor of Mr. Dewold. And good storms, look at the storms, they are so great. And all the army of Nagrim is falling, of course. The Lurker army is very cost efficient, there is no second upgrade yet. But this army is dead. This base is dead, and this is the biggest win for... This is the biggest win for Dewold. Maybe he will be able to save this expansion, I don't know, he was not focusing on that. And now he's focusing, and I think he might be able to do it. There is not a lot of shots left, 37 HP, but there are still some Zealots running to do it. And Dewold is doing a very good job in this game. Nagrim is spent 9 larvas, 7 larvas, 11, 10, 12 larvas on the drones already. So he will not have big army right now. Of course, if Nagrim will decide to like make small contain over here, or maybe small contain over here, he might still be able to... Oh, I missed the drop, excuse me! Excuse me, I missed the drop, the drones are no longer alive in the natural expansion. Yeah, I'm streaming naked, so that's why you don't see my camera. I'm putting on my t-shirt when I'm switching the camera, but look how many units are going directly to the mineral only of Nagrim, and it looks like the drones are trying to help the Lynx to fight, but the drones are not fighting units. They are gathering money to produce units, and the layer saved this expansion, but I don't think it will be enough for Mr. Nagrim to hold it. Of course, there are some Hydralisks, there are some Lurkers, but they are not positioned very nicely. And he's doing whatever he can, he's buying himself a lot of time, but the Hydralisk on move. Oh. Dewold is playing today like a piece, I need to say. Of course, Nagrim bring us some good game. He was able to defend against first attack with good storm dodging, but beside that, Dewold didn't give him a lot of chances. And it looks like another player is falling to the greatness of our Protoss Ayur Dewold player, and we are having another Zerg eliminated. Nagrim is eliminated, and it will mean that Dewold is going to the game number 7 on Blue Storm, his favorite map, and we are having only Gornish left from the Zerg team and Dandy left from Terran team. So if Gornish or Dandy will not win this game, it will mean that we will end on the 8 games today, and Dewold is bringing us some excellent Brood War. So where is Mr. Dandy? I don't know. Of course, Terran team is a host today, so they have opportunity to switch players. As you can see, there are rules, and host team can use one player twice as a replacement. So maybe they will choose to like give a Cryok, Terror, or Marvin a chance instead of Dandy. I don't know. I'm wondering what will be the choice of Mr. Cryok. Aeon should show how to beat this Dose Imba. Yeah, that's true, he won. I look tired. I am pretty tired. And I don't feel pretty good today. But I made an appointment to be here today, so I'm here today with you and I'm trying my best. Because this is the last RaceWars, so I couldn't miss it. And you need to like try bringing StarCraft alive, or even if you are tired. And I'm tired almost every day because like it is like from 8 to 10 hours of work and from 4 to 6 hours of brood war and then sleeping and other life stuff like cooking, cleaning and other pretty nice stuff. I call it relax. The washing dishes and stuff. Yeah, I'm tired because I have to turn off my t-shirt. Okay, so Dandy versus The World will be the match on Blue Storm. I think I will go with turn rate 18, 14, and I need to update the Excel for you. And the last player, the torch holder for the Terran team will be Dandy. If Dandy will be eliminated, the Terran team also will be eliminated, but let's not end it just now. They still have a chance. Dandy can still make it, but they were winning 6 games so far. This is pretty impressive. So Karolcia is coming to the stream and she's smiling. And Foxhan is saying, Karolcia, take care of our zero and come on, take care of me.
Przecież to ją opiekuję.
Yeah, she's saying that she's taking care of me. But she's afraid of the camera, so. Okay. Is Mr. Dandy here?
Będziesz coś jadł?
No, możesz mi jabłko pokroić. Byłoby rewelacyjnie.
Zjadłam właśnie ostatnio.
O, super, zjadłam właśnie ostatnio. Wszystko pod górę dzisiaj.
Będziesz coś jadł?
Będę coś jadł.
Kiedy?
No, po streamie pewnie. So she's smiling to me. This is how she's healing me. She's like, oh, this is pretty funny. But then they said 1 second, so I need to. Jak jest zamawiać?
Boże, mam na końcu
Ja też mam na końcu języka. Entertain you, yeah, I need to entertain you, but Dandy is here already until I figured out how to say it. So the players are here and I am here, so we are here, so we can start. And let's go to the game between Dandy and Terror. I think Dandy was able to take out Mr. Dandy on the Have It You on Sunday. So I believe if someone can do it, it might be Mr. Dandy. Of course, from the Zeg team, we still have Gornish left. So we have Dewold, Dandy, and Gornish left today. Of course, there is still whole Protoss team. And they are like watching their Capitan and they're thinking, you can do it! I don't need to plug in my mouse. So, what can I say to you boys? Dandy is on the bottom left position. And Terrans is on the top right position, and as you can see, the Dewold is going to steal the gas. Mr. Venom, thank you for your follow, welcome. I think you are Mr. Venom from Poland. The Polish Gosu Protoss players back in the days. I don't know if you are playing a lot, but I remember you from the back in the days times. And look at that, he's going for stealing gas again. So this is Dewold's strategy on this map. He was doing that against Kare, and the game still was very interesting, even if he was able to do it. But now Dewold is doing some probe micro. But his gateway will be pretty delayed. Of course, from a Protoss team, we're still having Dewold, Lancer X, Dragon, and Beast, so excellent players are waiting there, but Dewold is just too good. He don't want to lose. He wants to make all kills. He wants to show that that he is able to make all kill just as Aeon did in the last game. And if you are a Terran player and Protoss is making assimilator, you want to still start attacking that when it will be done, because if you like bring your 4 SCVs to attack that when it's not done, Protoss will cancel it and make it again. So yeah, and he stealed 8 gas. Now he could mine minerals, and then he still could mine gas and do that over and over, and then mine out the Dandy's base. Avantgarde is my favorite, and Dewold is taking this gas again. Of course, Dandy will try to kill it as quickly as possible, but it's building pretty quickly, so a lot of mining time will be delayed, and I think Dewold will be able to cancel it in the last possible second, but he's gaining a lot of value out of this assimilator. Vilci just donated $5. Thank you, my friend, for your donations, and thank you for your support for BSL. Your money will be spent on the Brood War tournaments, so you are the supporter of Brood War. Thank you so much. The command center of Dandy. This is not this is what probably Dewold is expecting, and this is what we was expecting after seeing that his gas is so delayed that he will probably try to take expansion and use bunker to hold it. And as you can see, there is STV hidden just to see if there are some Dark Templars. I'm sure that Dandy have been watching the game against Marvin. He's seen that there was Dark Templars already today, and there was fucking effective, so he knows that he might lose a game. What? Of course, Dewold knows about it. He's so good. The stream is delayed, so there is no stream sniping. So, but This guy knows how to play Brood War, and at least then he was able to scout that there is expansion, so I guess he can assume that there are no Dark Templars. Double factory, and Dandy is not like lifting this command center, he is respecting the Dragoons out of their world. Very nicely done. Oh, and Derwold is doing so much damage. Maybe delaying this bunker was not the best idea. The tank is not in production and still dragons are dealing damage and they are killing the supply, and I think Dandy should repair it as soon as possible. He's trying to buy some time with the Marines, but he's losing all of them. The siege mode is on the way, so Dandy is like taking a lot of damage. He's making SCVs from 2 command centers, so, and he's having the scouting he needs in this game. The tank is here, the siege mode will be here also in a second, but Derwold is dealing so much damage with these 2 dragoons that it's incredible. And he will try to go for the sniping of the tank. And siege is done already. Nicely done by Dandy. He holds it without letting the dragoons to his base, and now on 2 factories he will be able to make a lot of siege tanks, but the comsat station is on the way, so he was, even with the scouting, he was afraid of the Dark Templars, and they were still gaining some value with the dragoons. He lost 1, but he gained so much with that. And somehow Dandy is afraid of Dark Templars. We can see that after seeing the fast comsat station, and now he is like scanning what is going on. The forge for Derwold, but there will be rivers, of course, very nicely hidden robotic support bay. So Dandy with that scouting, he didn't see the robotic support bay. Of course, with seeing the shuttle, he can assume that there might be a river. And the like 3 turrets in a good position should like secure this part of the map, and like maybe 1 more turret over here should give Dandy like pretty good time against river. Maybe even 1 turret. What the hell am I saying? Derwold is afraid of a drop, but overall the supply is not very it's not having very big difference, and somehow Derwold is afraid of his main base. Hello, Mr. Mazur! Mazur, huge hype to Mazur, and you can go and follow his channel. He was streaming with me a lot, and he is a cool guy, very good Protoss. He's playing a lot recently, so if he will be streaming, you will get notification if you will follow him. And another cannon, 2 cannons from Derwold on 2 expansions, so he's playing this game very safely. Of course, the 4 vultures might try to run by to his main base, and maybe this cannon was a great idea because the shuttle is not dealing any damage. I believe that Dandy is surprised. There is no expansion here, and he's trying to run by, but there are cannons ready. There are some dragoons here also, and he will see the river. So Derwold is prepared against everything. The shuttle, where is the shuttle? Oh, here is the shuttle, excuse me. Now he's having double arena. Rivers on speed shuttle. Hello, Artsneon. Artsneon also very good guy. He's also streaming a lot. with good content. Very fast arbiter out of the world. He's showing to us. I think, Mazur, we are just like coming to an end, so I don't have anything set up, so I don't think I will be able to do it together today. And expansion from Mr. Dandy. But Mazur, if you would like to join me on Saturday, it would be very nice. And Devil will try to deal some damage here, but now he sees, oh my god, there are so many tanks. And his expansion is pretty delayed, so again, Protoss players, please explain me why this arbiter is so fucking good that Devil is like delaying his expansion for so much just to get this arbiter, and still he's able to win games thanks to that. This is impressive stuff for me. Some scans out of Dandy, he wants to see what is going on. He saw the arbiter tribunal, so without seeing the Stargate, without seeing the Stargate, he still gets information that there are arbiters. And how many factories we have? We will have 6 factories, 7 factories in a second. Yeah, I started 3 hours ago. 2 hours and 40 minutes. And Dewold already won 6 games. And look at this, he's like not allowing any vulture to sneak out. How many energy does Arbiter have? Not enough for the recall. The second shuttle out of Dewold. It is very nice to have second shuttle when you have speed upgrade. Hello cat, don't hate your life, play some Brood War and you will enjoy your life. And Dewold is starting mining from his 4th expansion. And now double shuttle. The Arbiter will have energy for the status, but he will not have energy for the recall. And Dandy is moving out with pretty scary army. And will Dewold be able to hold against it? Look at the supplies. They are dead even. Dandy's macro is incredible. And Karolcia brings me some kanapki, some sandwiches. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Dandy is killing a lot of dragoons out of Dewold. I think he's buying a lot of time thanks to that. But overall the Terran army looks pretty scary, and there are 6 dragoons here still. So when STV will come to try to take this expansion... Oh! Oh my god, the sandwiches got me. Double shuttle drop. This Dark Templar is still gaining so much value. And look at that, the Arbiter is ready for the recall, and now this Observer will see that Dandy is moving out, and oh, he is going for the Arbiter! Ricolino into the factory line, and Dandy is going for counter-attack, but there are so many units. Oh my god, it looks like base to ace situation, but will Dandy be out of scans because there are no vessels here? Oh, the status is buying some time for Mr. Dewold. He's killing the main base and he's killing the third expansion. No, he's not killing. There are some units over here, but in the same time there are so many tanks. How Dewold will decide to kill it? Of course, he's having much bigger production possibilities than Dandy, and he's killing a lot of SCVs, but oh, he was trying to mind drag. This Zealot is doing some real damage. Dandy very nice splitting the dragoons, but he's giving up. This is it. He didn't have scans, and Dewold did it again. Dandy, I felt like his macro was almost perfect. I felt like his macro is almost perfect, but yeah, and as a proof, I have sandwiches here, and this one is probably with a fish. I called it makrela in Poland. I don't know how it calls. This is with cheese. Oh, and this one, and this one is with pasztet. And you know what is pasztet? I don't know how to translate it. So 3 excellent sandwiches. So we will do some eating stream now. No, we will go for the game. Maybe I will eat one sandwich as a sneaky bastard between the words. So Dewold won the game against Dandy, and Dandy is eliminated and Terran team is eliminated out of BSL. The only hope to stop the Protoss team from winning the whole BSL, to stop Dewold from winning the whole day-to-day, will be now Gornish. And oh yeah, oops, he did it again. So, okay, I will make the map and I will make 2 minutes break. After that, I need to go to the toilet and I will be here in few seconds with the game between Dewold and Gornish. Gornish is trying to take it. He have only 4 Protoss players to kill, so you can look at that from this perspective, and he don't have Sparkle. Okay, I will make a game and then I will go to the toilet. It will not take long, and be right back. Okay. Oh, I didn't turn off the microphone, so you might hear everything. But okay, who cares? Let's go with the match. I will show you the match. It will be Mr. Gornich between Mr. Gornich and Mr. Dewold, so the Russian fight on the highest possible level, and I'm happy we will have that. And we are starting right now. The map will be the Sniper's Ridge, and we are starting just now. The last hope of Zergs, the last player who is standing on the way for the world to all in the whole BSL RaceWars number 3. BSL RaceWars number 2 was all in by the Aeon Zerg. BSL RaceWars number 1 was won by the Terran team, and Gornich did a lot of good job in doing that, but then he lost to Dandy, and after that Dandy won with Aeon, and Terran team won the first BSL RaceWars. So if Dewold will win this, it will mean that we will have 1 win for the Protoss, 1 win for the Terran, and 1 win for the Zerg. And I'm pretty happy. I will talk to the players after this match. I will talk to the captains if they will agree to play, if there would be no like established prize pool like $100, but prize pool from the donations would go for them. If they agree for that, we will come back with the RaceWars on next week. This is my plan. Yeah, 0-1 versus sandwiches. Yeah, I won. I have like whole best of 5 to win. Yeah, that's true, Mr. Foxhan. Yeah, that's right, Artsnown. And this is very interesting because Gornich is going for the 9 pool. 9 pool before the overload. It might mean that Dewold will make Nexus first and then Cannon, and Lynx will be there on time. But this is cross position, so I don't know how it will work, but let's see. Of course, now he's scouted. This is no regular 9 pool, so I think Dewold should start with Cannon, and he's doing that. He reads the game perfectly. Even double cannons. So look how big difference is overpool and 9 pool. 9 pool is forcing 2 cannons and delaying Nexus a lot, and overpool is like allowing Protoss to make Nexus first and then cannon and only 1 cannon. So the difference is huge, and from now on I'm making only 9 pool. And the micro from Dewold probe is very annoying, I need to say. But Gornich scouted that there are 2 cannons over there, so he will not be able to do anything with the Lynx, and he's turning back to kill the proper Rhino, which is making Scouter Rhino. So nicely done. And where is, this will go probably over here. So Gornich with pretty good situation, pretty good opening, I would say. And of course this is still anyone's game, but he did a good job with assumption that 9 pool might force 2 cannons, and it did good job. It did good job. My English is good English language, not very good. And the probe is still trying to survive. He's still trying to deliver as many information as possible, and Gornich of course is aware of that. He's trying to catch this probe with the whole strength of the Hive or Overmind or whatever you can call it, with the Zerg strength. With StarCraft 1 we don't have quicker links on the creep, they are running with the same speed everywhere, and the probe died, the cybernetic core is halfway done, and there is Hydralis then from Mr. Gornish. Devil is going for cybernetic core, so I think like this probe is the most important factor in this game right now, and Gornish will have to do everything to deny the scouting if you want to succeed with the Hydra Bust. Of course, Gornish is very smart player and he will not like let the devil see what is going on over here. Maybe he should even try to get these links over there to deny scouting. Mr. Mazur is right, this is the power of the swarm, not Overmind. Yeah, that's why it's good to have Mazur casting with me. And now he will see that there are Hydralisks, and what will be the result of that. Of course, Gornish might try to go for like the weird strategy, which is make like 5 Hydralisks just to kill the buildings, and then this Zealot is like James Bond of the Zealots. And very nice drone escaperino. And one drone will fall, but in the same time these 2 Zealot will delay the Hydralisk push. And I really like the idea of like making such a good usage of these Zealots. This Zealot in the main base will give the information for Mr. DeWalt. So I think only one drone died overall, and the economy of Gornish is pretty good. What about DeWalt? DeWalt is making the Corsair, he's adding 3 more gateways and Templar archives as soon as possible, because he knows that it will be incredibly hard for him to fight against mass Hydralisks without a storm. The 5th hatchery will probably go over here. Maybe even 6th hatchery. No, 5th hatchery. And if he will be able to kill this gateway, it will be pretty good win for Mr. Gornish. So as you can see, he's playing like in a little bit different fashion. He understands the timings, he understands the processes which StarCraft like has, and he abuses that very nicely. And if he will kill this forge before upgrade will be done, it will be huge. Let's see if he will be able to do it. Of course, DeWalt is having the best timings in the world. The upgrade, just if he would start with killing the forge, he would make it, but oh my god, he was so close. The Corsairs are trying to do whatever they can. 82 and 95 HP Corsairs are looking the same. And who do you think is winning this game? But because if DeWalt will start to make macro out of 6 gateways, he will have like big potential of making incredibly effective push. The 4 zealots should not be able to do a lot, but they will deny a lot of mining time. Mazur is right, the last time zealots denied a lot of mining time. And now Gornish is drone drilling like a boss, but he's losing a lot of drones. And of course, but the Corsairs are dying. So it was small victory for Gornish, and the only units that they won't have right now are 4 High Templars, but he will be able to make 12 zealots with 2 rounds. So with 2 rounds of units. And I'm wondering how long until the lurkers will be done, because the layer was delayed, but I think Gornish had time to make speed and range upgrades, so if he started the lurker aspect after the layer was done, he should be able to have, that's true, he should have the lurkers. And now we have 7 zealots probably, yeah, because there are 6 gateways and there was 1 zealot already, and Gornish is trying to delay the 3rd expansion. I really like this usage of the Hydralisks. He don't want to attack here, and now he will try to force the storm. And will he kill? No, he didn't snipe the High Templar, and he forced some energy usage for free. They will spend money for another Corsair because he wants to have scouting. He wants to see what is going on. If there are lurkers, if he is making Mutalisk, should I remake my Corsairs? And these are the questions. And look how many gateways there are. There are 10 gateways, so Dewalt is going for all in out of 2 bases. There will be no 3rd expansion behind it. He understands that he might be badly contained and he might not have time to make 3rd expansion, so why not to use the whole potential of the 2 bases and try to make as many units as possible. This macro might be incredibly good. These zealots will try to deny this expansion, but there are Hydralisks already to prevent that from happening. And there are only 2 lurkers. The observer will be there in few seconds, and the macro from Dewalt looks scary. He's not building more probes, he's spending all resources on units, and I don't think this contain is like the best in the world. He's not having Overlord to snipe the observer, and now maybe he will add some Sunkens. I don't know what is the plan of Mr. Gornish. His supply looks pretty good, but but will he be able to defend against, like, I believe there would be 1 million storms available, and he is having the Mazur upgrade. He caught some dragoons, small victory for our Zerg player, but here we will have the high ground and the biggest fight will start over here. Gornish, excuse me, Gornish is a Russian dragon, so I'm not very wrong. But he's forcing some storms, but the lurkers are here with +1 upgrade. 2 storms on 2 lurkers. There was opportunity to make it a little bit different, but let's see. It looks like the Zerg army is like extremely high, but the storms are very good, and they will still have some storms in his sleeve. There will be 2 storms available in few seconds, and now he will have 2 storms. Will Dewalt use the potential? Of course, he killed a lot of units. Look at the supplies. He was still macroing at home, and from 10 gateways he can rebuild his army quickly as fuck. And this expansion die, excuse me. I'm not myself today. I need to eat and Snickers. $1 million of storms. Yeah, storms are here. And the links are here to kill the High Templars. Very nice sniping the High Templar number 1. And will he snipe? He sniped 2 High Templars with 2 links. These links will be honored in the heaven of Zerg. second evolution chamber, but the economy of Gornish is not the best because he wasn't able to take fourth expansion while Dewold is having his own, so his economy is very good. He is having Forge over here. The only issue he have, he's having Forge and he's making the third upgrade. The second upgrade for the Hydra should be there soon also. So Gornish will try to deny the fourth expansion with the links, but he understands that that the Protoss is having very good situation right now. He is having so much money in this position, in disposal, or how should I call it, but the Mutalisks are here. There are no Corsairs. Of course, there is one Corsair, excuse me. Of course, the gun number is very high, but if he will have like 9 Mutalisks, he will be able to snipe all the High Templars in the world. Yeah, it might be the last game. If Dewold will win this game, it will be the last game of today. And he will try to intercept the 12 Hydralisks. Gornish is aware of that. He will try to make expansion over here. But the Mutalisks are flying in, and maybe it will work for Mr. Gornish. He's trying to counter this expansion with the links and with the Mutas. There are no High Templars. He's going for the Nexus directly. I don't think he will be able to take it. Oh, all the Mutas for the Nexus. I don't know if it was worthy. He lost so much gas. It was good attempt, but now Dewold needs to counterattack and he needs to lose all the units to lose this game, because he's like securing this expansion right now. Of course, Gornish will have the links here, but will he realize? Some links with +1 claws upgrade will come here and still try to deny this expansion, so nicely done. Zing Blink, thank you for your follow. So he will deny expansion again, and these links will do it with this cannon, one cannon. He will deny one cannon and this expansion will be dead. So Gornish is trying to do whatever he can with the links, but overall the supply advantage, the army advantage for Dewold is so huge that he can't like be too aggressive with his army. Of course, he should be able to clear this part of the map, but there is huge counterattack coming. The Lurkers are not very well splitted. Of course, the links and the high ground is working very well. This expansion is falling. Gornish is trying to buy as many time as possible. This Dark Templar is dealing so much damage. Oh, the Swarm will be here. The Swarm might help. This expansion also will fall. There are some Lurkers left, so the Zealots are taking a lot of damage. But there are still Storms available. The Lurkers are coming from the bottom, from the behind, as you like me to say. But the Lurkers are dead, and Dewold is a beast. He's unbeatable beast today. (1-1) versus 3-0 upgrades, so Swarm is helping, but I don't think there are a lot of units to fight under the Swarm, and unfortunately for our Zerg player, without even GG, Gornish is leaving the game, and I think this is it. Now Gornish is GGing, so maybe he typed it and then he left the game and I hadn't forgot to press enter. This is sometimes it's happening. So DeWalt is our champion for today. He made all kill just like Aeon did last week. So it is incredible how good DeWalt is. He was able to win against Terror, Bakuryu, Kryok, Avilov, Marvin, Nagrim, Dandy, and Gornish. So this is pretty impressive stuff, you need to say, because these 8 players would beat me for sure, and I can't imagine how you can win against all of them in one day, because like you can be better player and win in 60% of the situations, but not will the whole race wars. You don't win against like 4 best Terran players and 4 best Zeg players, or at least top high level Terran and Zeg players without losing a game. It was all best of 1. So huge congratulations to Mr. DeWalt. Of course, huge congratulations to the Protoss team, because the prize pool will be probably splitted. I don't know. I'm sending it to the captains. So congratulations to DeWalt, to Lancer, to Dragon, and to Beast. And GG's. Już koniec. So thank you for watching and see you like in I think 4 days. So from now on I will try to show it to you this way. So we will have, this is our bombastic Starlink Liquipedia. This looks beautiful for me. I mean, there are so many informations about BSL4, about the ladder stage, how is it going. We made 4 tournaments, and from each tournament 1 player's advance. As you can see here, Eriador, Ziki, Taitu and Gornish advanced from the ladder tournaments, and DeWalt, Dandy, Terror and Aeon advanced from the BSL3. From the ladder stage, there was 24 players who advanced from ladder stage, as you can see, and we had Swiss tournament, from which 16 players advanced. We had like 7 rounds, so it was a lot of games, a lot of streaming, and after 4 months we was able to go to the group stage. We had group stages, and Koget, Terror, Aeon, True Touch, DeWalt, Kare, Dandy and Nagrim advanced from the group stage, and now we are having the bracket. So this is the end of our entire tournament, and the bracket looks like that. The last Saturday we had match between Dandy and True Touch and DeWalt and Nagrim, and it was 3-2 for Dandy and 3-2 for DeWalt. So they will face each other in the semifinals, and on this Saturday we will have Aeon Zeg versus Kare and Koget versus Terror. So it will be very interesting, and I hope you will be there. And this is what I wanted to say. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and I hope you liked it. Of course, go follow Mr. DeWalt if you are not following him. Foxham gave you the link for the stream. Go follow all the BSL players, because they are streaming a lot, and I would like to support them as much as possible, because we are doing that. Of course, BSL, the whole reason of BSL is to give players reason to train for, and that's why it was so long, and I think that's why these players are in such incredible shape that we are having only 3-2 scores between them. And I'm pretty happy about Saturday. So see you on Saturday on 19 p.m. 19 CST. and of course we are having, oh, I didn't say about the prize pool. We have $1,000 prize pool, and there is of course also, and I need to mention about it because I'm never mentioning about it. We are having the Chobo League. The Chobo League, we had 7 rounds of Swiss also for the players who was not like on the top, but who wants to play, and who didn't want to lose the games against the top players. So we are having the Chobo League in the same time, and there was 7 rounds of Chobo League, and top 16 players advanced to the finals, to the group stage, just like and we are having like some players left. 8 players are here. These are the finals, and we will stream it, of course, live. I don't know when exactly, but if you are interested, I think it will be very interesting stuff. And of course I will show you the scores of the Swiss tournament, because Lady Cadenzi won the Swiss tournament. She got 6-1 score. Then favorite Oya, Gypsy, Kuch, Seriosity, Verde, No More Valkovers. So if we will succeed, I will try to make Chobo League like in the same time when we had the Pro League, because I have a feeling like there is a lot of players, but it is very hard for them to play on the competitive level against the Pro League players, and this is why we made it. And yeah, we had 52 players, and now we are having the finals, and I will stream them live. So the players in the finals are of course we had the group stage before that, and there was Gypsy, and oh, maybe I will not show you the scores before because maybe we will cast it, but yeah, we will have it casted live. So thank you Chobo League players for playing, and yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go to host someone. Thank you for attention. I wanted to sum it up a little bit. Who is streaming Brood War? I want to support the best player who is streaming right now. And who is that? Who will be the best player who is streaming? Of course, it will be Mr. Bisu X, called Lancer X. Yeah, the best of this will be best of 5. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.